Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. Today's review on Race and Rescue Sarge. Of course, part of the new Radiator Springs Race and Rescue series, new for 2025. Released in the same case as Red and Jackson Storm. And we've gone over the Race and Rescue series before. I've said that I don't really particularly enjoy the series, and I don't think it was a great idea. Yada, yada, yada. I've said all that stuff before, so we'll just take a more positive approach here, just look at the Diecast and Sarge here. I'll be honest, he does look pretty cool. Got some interesting accessories that I'm excited to take a look at. I also do like the card art there, artwork on the card. So new for 2025, and I will say I do really like the design for the Radiator Springs Race and Rescue card. I like the background. Yeah, there is Sarge. Taking a look at the back, you've got the ones that were out in the first case, McQueen, Chick Hicks, and Mater. Let's see, 2021. I'm not sure why the 21 copyright is still there. Obviously, this is a new release, so I would think it'd be like 2024 copyright, but I guess not. See, these are all made in Thailand. Let's see, U13A is when it was released. But yeah, it's in the same case, like I said, as Red Jackson Storm. I found those. I actually found all three of them in 3 different stores. I found them all one at a time, interestingly enough. But Sarge was the last one, apparently. But regardless, that's enough talking. So I will say Sarge does look pretty nice. I've had my complaints about the Race and Rescue cars, of course, as well as the series. But I will say Sarge here does look pretty cool, just looking at him. So excited to take a look at him out of the package. So with that said, enough yapping. Let's get Sarge here out of the package. So here's Race and Rescue Sarge out of the package. And he looks pretty interesting, so let's get right into the review. So, of course, first of all, you've got his expression. He's kind of kind of a gruff expression, I guess is the best way to describe it. Kind of stern-looking gaze there, I guess, is the best way to describe it. But nothing obviously obvious right off the bat, aside from the fire extinguisher here that he's holding, which is a nice little accessory. It's kind of a soft, not even rubber, just kind of a soft plastic there that he's holding. Kind of looks like a little horn or something, but it is obviously supposed to be a fire extinguisher, I guess, helping out Red and Adam Rodriguez as a kind of third fire truck. You can see he's even got a little rescue logo right there, which is pretty cool. Normally he would have kind of some code or something right there. We'll take a look at that, obviously, but nice little detail there to include the rescue logo. Going over to the side here, obviously you've got another Radiator Springs Race and Rescue logo. I do kind of like this logo, actually, with the RR making kind of the Willys Butte thing there, and then it just looks pretty cool, a pretty nifty design. I do enjoy that part of the series, at least. So you've got the wheels there. Go to the back, you've got this little design here, 2 stripes, white and some red stripes. I do believe that this kind of red and white color is a little different than what's been used on most of the Race and Rescue cars. Obviously, we've kind of got a yellow and red design, as you can see on Mater there. We've got a yellow and red design going on for the most part, but now with Sarge, they've kind of gone to a little red and white design. So it's nice that they're kind of switching it up. On Sheriff, it was kind of a yellow and black design. So it's nice that they're switching it up a little bit throughout the releases here. But yeah, and they've got a little star down there. Going to the back, obviously you've got his 41 World War II license plate. And then he's got a little medical kit here in the back. Normally where his spare tire would go, you have a medical kit here now. And he's always had this other kit here, but the medical kit is new with the Radiator Springs Race and Rescue logo on it there. See, nice license plate there. And going on to this side, the other side, it is the same. The Rescue logo right there again. And then this design here. And then going to the roof, you've got the big Radiator Springs Race and Rescue logo, which looks pretty cool. I think they kind of maybe missed an opportunity to put a logo there on the hood, but keeping the stars also fine, in my opinion. Taking a look at the base here, you got U13A and made in Thailand. So yeah, not much to go over. I do like the accessories here. I think he's kind of the first one with accessories, right? Or the ones we've looked at so far, at least. Obviously, Luigi and Guido and Sally, all those guys have other accessories. But of the ones we've looked at so far, Sarge is kind of the first one with some real accessories and not just different paint jobs. As the other ones were already set to do their job. Sheriff, Red, and Adam Rodriguez were already safety vehicles that were set to do what they're supposed to do here. But that's, like I said, we're going to compare it to the normal Sarge here. This is a Precision Series Sarge, but it gets the job done anyways. But as you guys know, I do love my Precision Series releases. one of the bad things that kind of happened with the Precision Series being canceled. It was very unfortunate. I think it was obvious. It was obviously going to happen sooner rather than later, but still unfortunate when it happened. I digress, however. But yeah, you can see the comparison there. They did change the expression. I do believe that this is kind of the normal expression Sarge usually has. Expression slightly different there. Obviously, you can see the addition of the fire extinguisher. And here's what I was talking about when you look at the rescue text there, and then you look at this Sarge, and he's got a little code or number or whatever. So nice detail to change that. Of course, he doesn't have his logo there. Has it on the normal release, and they put a Race and Rescue logo there in place. Obviously, the difference with the design in the back there. Taking a look at the back, you'll notice the license plate is different colored. I'm not sure which one's actually accurate. Precision Series may have just been wrong on this, and it should always have been black. I'm not 100% sure on what the accurate one is, but there you go. That is a slight difference. And of course, you can see it's actually interesting that this has more detail than the Precision Series version. Although this one, I believe this is 2016, I think. I believe this is the version that came out in the... This is not the single version. This is the one that came with the Sarge Surplus Hut set. But interesting that... So I think it's 2016. So it's interesting that this has more detail than the Precision Series version. But you can see the rear tire here, and then it's got the medical kit there. And then, of course, the roof. Different with the logo there. Of course, this does have more design with a textured roof and all that. And at one point, the lights worked. I believe the batteries are out, and I don't really feel like replacing it, considering I don't really turn the battery lights on. Don't turn the lights on when it's just on display, so who really cares? Yeah, so there's the comparison. You can see they didn't really change a lot. For the most part, they actually kept Sarge's design the same, just a little different kind of red striping in the background. And I do wonder if that's on purpose. They wanted to keep the military look, because of course for Sheriff and for Mater especially, they changed it a lot. For Red, it was already red, but they kind of added a lot of yellow design. For Sheriff, they changed it. So I do wonder if there was a purpose to not make him red, and keep him with the military design. I'm sure there was, and of course it's interesting that they chose a little different shade of red for their logos as well. Obviously red and white. The shade of red and this white a little bit different than what we've seen so far, but still pretty cool. Not the worst kind of Race and Rescue release, not obviously the best either. I don't know. Again, like I said, I'd much prefer to see GRC finish or new releases, and I've said this many times. I'll keep saying it. The Race and Rescue line, I don't know. I'm not really sure what the point of it was. I don't see the vision. I don't really see the purpose of it, is my point. GRC, I could kind of understand. It was a T-Rock revival in a way, and T-Rock was pretty cool. But I don't really see the Race and Rescue. It's not really a revival. I don't know. I don't get it. But you can see some mini racer packs in the background there. Those are also GRC mini packs. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really get the GRC, not GRC, Race and Rescue. I don't really get the Race and Rescue, and I've said this before. I'll keep saying it. But I, of course, still buy the Diecast, so a little hypocritical there. But Sarge, not a terrible release, not a fantastic release. I think that's kind of on par for most of these. My rating, probably a 3.5. Let's give him a 3.5. He's pretty cool. I like the fire extinguisher in the front there, but fire hydrant, fire extinguisher. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Sarge, the Race and Rescue line, yeah, it's an interesting release. It's nice to get, nice to get some new stuff. But, yeah, I would have much rather, like I said, preferred other things. But let me know what you think on Race and Rescue. Have you found Sarge? If so, what do you think of him? And, yeah, that'll be all for the video. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.